Hi again. I want to do a quick video on you folks who may be at work, your hours being cut, especially in medical field, or it can be in other fields as well. And maybe you work in full time, but sometimes when it's slow, the hospital or whatever, whoever hiring you, employer might be under pressure to start, I would say furlough, but they call it flex, start cutting your hours, and then your schedule become very kind of unstable, and you're not happy with the paycheck you get, right? So one of the options that you can do is there are a lot of agencies, medical agencies or recruiter, whatever you call it, that they need help. They need some sort of temporary nurses or technicians, like surgical technicians or whatnot, that based on your availability. So it's give you flexibility to tell them, hey, next week you're gonna be available this day and that day, or if you have energy, you can work maybe night shift, that will suit your schedule, and hopefully they'll pay a lot more, and then you more than what you have, hopefully, per hour. But then you have to also, when you file your tax, you got to write off some of the, they can tell you write off some of the stuff. They can do some arrangement, so you don't have to pay that much tax, because you're now becoming more like independent contractor to them. But this will actually help you, getting stressed off, your hours being cut on your full-time or whatever part-time employment with the hospital. Do not, the important tip, do not share information with your current employee that you're looking for, independent or contractor jobs to supplement your income. Never share that with, even with the agency. I mean, unless you know them a lot, do not share your personal information. You just say, oh, I want a few more hours and I'm available next week. I will be available on this day, and whatever, from what time to what time. And don't get into the situation where they force you, you got to work this day, that day, because sometimes you don't know, because your current employment is a priority, right? Unless you plan to leave. So anyway, hope that helps. So look for, and they are pretty good. They are actively looking for people, and they can, if they have anything available. Sometimes we get calls that they need some, some hospitals or some employers might be looking, for next week or the next month or so. So this will be a really good option for you folks. So don't get despair or tied up into, hey, my hours getting cut. You can go to some of these agencies and just call them. Maybe call 2 or 3 of them, and again, not all of them are good, or they pay you the same thing. So you don't want them to undercut you. So you tell them how much you make, whatever, so they do not undercut you, right? So hopefully that helps, and will, you're probably gonna be happier once you do that, and maybe you get to make new friends too. Okay, and and some other hospitals or some places might, if you do a good job, of course you try to do a good job, right? I mean, that's the main thing, as much as you can, and maybe there'll be less politics on these places. You just go in and you go out, so you don't deal with too much politics. And like my wife used to do that, and she was pretty happy. But sometimes you might have to deal with multiple agencies, because sometimes they slow down. So when you have maybe 2 agencies working for you, you can get pretty consistent, hours from them. So anyway, hope it helps, and keep positive. That's what we need to do, right? So hope it helps, and reduce some stress when your hours are cut. Okay, we'll talk to you folks soon. Bye for now.